This video is brought to you in part by TrueTech Tools. Quality tools, essential support.
What's going on, guys? So we've got a chiller that we got called and said that it's not running, and that happened last night, and now another one went down. So going through here, getting disinfected as we pull through. This is what they do to try to keep your van from bringing in any kind of disease and stuff into the area where these chickens are at. Okay, let's take a peek, see what we got going on. Hopefully it's an easy fix, but we got one down completely and the other one went down, but one's a leak. So I stopped by the shop, picked up 150 pounds of 410A, a big nitrogen, and a big recovery tank just in case. So let's see what we got going on here. Sure, it's gonna be fun. All right, so got the truck completely packed full of crap because I had to shift everything forward. Oh, that's probably didn't help it a whole lot, did it? Look at those coils. Those are packed full of crap. Is this the one that went down? I don't know. I already repaired some leaks on these. You've seen that video. They got it turned off. So that would make me think, yeah, looky there. Look at all that oil. Is that it? Don't know. Let's go over here. I didn't hardly have any leaks on this circuit, but surely didn't have anything there. I don't know if that's it or not. It's hard to say. Go ahead and pull the Navigator up because these display things are faulty like all of them are. Okay, going to pressures on B circuits, 245. Escape, go to circuit A, 225. Let's go to alarms, which we don't have any alarms yet. Circuit A, suction transducer failure, which I read something in the history about that. All right, so I prepared for the worst case scenario and grabbed 150 pounds because the one circuit holds 130, I think. And the other one that actually is leaking holds 90. So you don't want to leave your doors open because you'll get flies galore here. Flies do not want to leave when you leave your windows open. The leak could have been stopped pretty easily if we would have came out, but he told us not to, and I recommended he don't do that next time. There's a ball valve right at the unit. We could have valved it off and potentially saved quite a bit of refrigerant. I don't know how much we lost, but it's quite a big leak and it's still leaking. Okay, this leak we got, it's right here. You can see it right there, just blowing it off. What's sad is, could have valved it off right here and saved the majority of the charge. So we'll take off this rubber, heat that up and redo it, take the transducer off, which transducers are out of whack too, I guess. Who's hauler? Also gonna need my adapter to make this a little cooler. I'm not going to run the filter dryer on this one. Got the old umbrella up there. Help a little bit since we're on concrete and the sun just pounding down. It's definitely 85 already. Yeah, severe extreme heat warning. Awesome. So I don't know. Yeah, we could go right here. Either way, I got to take this off. Let's find out if it has a streeter core. It does, that's good. I say we just gonna pull on this bad dog just like you do a regular residential unit. At this point, we're probably gonna get no liquid at all. So we'll just yank these valve cores, get her. Okay, we got the 2-port from Piece. Been noticing I've been having problems getting the valve core out on some of these. Now this one here might be totally screwed, depending on how they smashed it or not from the factory. They have a tendency to do that. They got it. Sweet. There we go. There it is. Right there it is. Right there. Love that. Never catches it. Piece of shit. Now if I open it up, and of course get one right in the eye when I do it, you gotta bend these damn things in a little bit. Just close your eyes and hope for the best here. There we go, got it out. Put a new one in later. Got the old Milwaukee helping out a little bit. Okay, so we refrigerant's gone, I'm just going to use all new, which is kind of what I feel like we should do anyway. Still haven't had a chance to do the recovery thing that I want to build. Got an O-ring in there, makes it a lot easier. The shorter the hose you use on this tank, the better, less likely to knock and stuff. There we go. Yeah, it's in a good vacuum. Good. Let her eat. Alright, so I was going to use mine, but they got the hose with one of those whacked off ends. I can't unscrew it, so we'll just run this thing on it. It's doing fine. Getting 282 on the head, which ain't horrible for being 410A. Definitely one of those days where you want to wear your goofy hat, keep the sun off your ears, skin cancer, all that stuff. A little bit hot today, just a little bit. Luckily we got the sun off of us for a little bit until it comes noon, then we're going to be pegged in there pretty bad. Okay, this is taking a lot longer than I figured it would. I mean, it's been recovering for probably a good 45 minutes to an hour, more than we thought. So right now, we had a high pressure switch over here go again. I am going to bypass that switch. I was going to check the filter dryer too, but we've done no repairs on that thing yet. So when I checked it earlier, I only had a trip on the A circuit here. And so you've got a pressure switch right here, which we bypassed it for now, because when I checked it, we were fine on our pressures. We were dead on within 1 pound or so. These are 1% accuracy, so they're pretty doggone accurate, whole range, which is kind of neat thing about these are not only super protected from that rubber and stuff, and a great manifold, but super accurate too. So if you're gonna need some analogs, those ones there aren't too horribly priced. I think it's 150, 175 area, about the same as what Yellow Jacket and stuff is, and same manifold they used for the S-Mans. Okay, I noticed these coils are a little flattened down because somebody hit it with a power washer. See how that is? Which is perfect because down here it's not that bad. So I bought this special little tool from TrueTech. It was like freaking 90 bucks. SST-5. They got a 5-pin and a 4-pin. Well, the designer says you got to have a DeWalt because it gives you true variable with the trigger. So I spent some money on that, and so this ain't sponsored at all, and I'm gonna see if it works, and if it don't, you're gonna find out now. So they want you to kind of come in. Now you're not gonna get it perfect, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna straighten it up a little bit. So you're gonna come above it like this, and you're gonna work your way over to it. So we can come in here. And they wanted you to kind of lubricate it too. Yeah, look at that. Now they did talk about possibly running soap on it. Yeah, you gotta throttle the piss out of it. So you straighten it up, now you go in there with your comb and clean it up. So compared to being smashed, probably a little better. Now they said you could use some soap or some dry lube. Well, since this freaking still running and taking forever, spray a little soap on it, try to make it better that way. See if we can. Thing is, we ain't charging nothing extra for the tool. This tool's probably gonna wear out, is what I'm guessing, and there's no, as far as I know, they didn't say nothing about any kind of warranty on the blades, so when they break or whatever, you're gonna kind of be SOL and have to buy another one. It's kind of working, so you want to start over here on this crappy side and work your way over to it. So let's try that. And it takes some practice, which I don't have. Yeah, it's definitely not no cakewalk, but I mean, it definitely seems like it's getting it. You can turn it sideways, so if you're in a predicament like this, freaking get in there. Start down here in the clean spot. What's bad is these coils have already freaking leaked like crazy, but it's straightening it up. You're gonna get more airflow through there, so even if I left them looking like crap, they still freaking let more air through than what they had. So definitely something worth checking out. You can see that. You can see that QR code there. You might get some info on it. SST-5. Put a like I said, not sponsored. They did not want to provide nothing for me, so I paid for this out of my pocket, so you're getting the honest effect. Like I said, if it sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks, and if it don't, then I'll say it won't. So it's one of them things where I wanted to know if it was worth the crap or not. And it seems like it does the job. It ain't perfect. He even says it ain't perfect, so in his video, but there you go. Now you know. Now we'll start combing it out best as you can. Start getting them back looking kind of normal. Ain't gonna work on micro channel. That's kind of an obvious given. Bands they're kind of squared up per thing. But my goodness, there's only a few there that are pretty jacked, and that might have been because I didn't have experience with it yet. It don't help that it's dirty. You see how bad those ones there are. I mean, that's, what do you do about that? I can't get there because that stupid electrical beam is right in the freaking way. Nobody ever thinks about any of that crap when they put this stuff in. We still are pulling freaking refrigerant out. I don't know why, but man, it is just taking freaking forever. My head pressure's not bad, but man, oh man. I mean, this has been going on for over an hour. Okay, we are finally down. Okay, we've got her all out finally. We're gonna weigh this thing and see how much we've got. So we got the scale here. Let's go ahead and zero it out. Zeroed. Let's see if we can He-Man this thing on here. £160, 163 pounds. So yeah, we got 100 pounds in that bad dog. That's pretty quite a bit. Should not be fractionated if that's the case. Okay, let's get this thing cleaned up, get it brazed up, get the heck out of here. Okay, you gotta have your metric socket here, because not made here. Gonna get a little bit better here with that. As far as I can tell, got it all the way around there. Yeah, I've never had to do it in this particular spot. It's not every day this happens. I'm trying to suck it underneath into the actual pocket itself. Cleaned it up a little bit. You can see turned out pretty good. I built it up pretty thick on purpose because I didn't want just the joint itself to hold it, but I actually wanted to build a bridge on top of that. And here on the bottom, now the red stuff is flux, and that chips away with that wire brush wheel, but I can't get it inside that pocket area. But I got good penetration all the way through. I pulled deep into it. And that crappy looking crap right there, the green laser's at. A little bit right there, that comes off, but either way, it's gonna hold. That's what's important. What sucks is, like, where do you stop at? I'm just gonna stop where it was leaking at. I'm not gonna go any further than that because you're gonna dig a hole. I mean, this crap, I've fixed several different spots in these coils, and it's just gonna continue to happen. So that was 15%. There we go, Harris 15. It's a little different than the 6% stuff we normally use. It definitely almost welds like a welding rod. I mean, literally you kind of hold it to it. It didn't flatten right out or nothing. I had a hard time getting it to want to lay down. I mean, no matter what I hit the heat with on it, it still didn't want to lay down. So okay, using our lines there to pull the vacuum. Still got positive pressure coming out after it's been sitting there. As soon as I valved it off to hook the hoses up, I got the pressure. So there's not any air in the system, just to make sure. We're just mainly going to put it in the liquid, but I figure since I have the splitter on there, we'll just go ahead and do it. All right, I'll wait for you. Yeah, we'll get you up and going here for long. There we go. We are massively over, but it is what it is, bud. So let's go ahead and dump this in the high side, majority of it. There she goes. Just doing it all in liquid there. Because eventually what's going to happen, she's just not going to do it very quickly. 2 pounds. How you like that, residential boy? We can start it and throttle it. said, I want to get this freaking thing up and going fast. A little something in the suction, because otherwise what ends up happening is this gets all pissed off, and then it doesn't want to let the suction transducer read anything, and then it has a fit about it. That's a big barrel that can go in. Water circulating through it too, so like I said, most of it's going in that liquid side there. We're going to grab a little juice, spray on it, make sure it's not leaking. We are busy as heck today. I've spent a crap ton of time here, but unfortunately it's just one of them things you have to do. Nice and solid. Yeah, yep. Okay, so like I said, we probably were a little overcharged. Now before you start thinking, well, that's the reason why it broke. I mean, it would have tripped the high pressure switch, which I don't think we had any of those in the history, and it wouldn't have blown copper apart. That's purely from this crap here. It probably was my guess was it might have been over by 10 pounds, 5 pounds, it's hard to say. But when you're charging them up in the middle of winter, you know, it's not a great time to do it, but it's what you got to do. 133 for the B circuit, 96 for the A circuit. We're still going, 36 pounds. Went ahead and unhooked my 3/8 to quarter hoses, that way I can get rid of that Y. I can hook up put my Schrader core back in for this suction deal here. So I'm going to get a new Schrader core for the discharge. Come on, Appion, let's do a little bit better here. You used to make a lot better piece of machinery than that. That's kind of chintzy, bros. Kind of chintzy. A lot of money to be chintzing out. Chintzing out. Still kind of chintzy. What the crap? See, they drilled it out a little bit. I don't know. It's just kind of, I think they changed something, made it a little bit shittier or something. I don't know. There we go. But now it won't fall out. Like I said, if you don't, make sure you have, about 80 pounds or better on that suction side. She will go off on a suction failure, suction transducer failure, and it won't start. See, if we were weighing it in with the machine running, we first have to wait for the machine to come on, and then we wouldn't be able to force it in that fast. Okay, so here we are on super. Scan over the joint, all the way across the top, all the way on bottom, and all the way over there, nothing there. Do this one over here. Ball valve, Schrader core, that particular one there, here, there. You get the pop off on top, so that's another thing. If it was going to pop, it popped there. Soft plug, whatever. Shit, I ain't even leaking. Not even leaking on my valve core tool. That's kind of cool. We're not leaking on any of my repairs. Nothing on the discharge there. Okay, 96 pounds, whatever by 6 ounces. We'll lose that just in the hoses. So we are good. All right, so B circuit's running 432, A circuit 419. We were up there pretty high earlier. I mean, these coils are flipping dirty, and they were kind of restricted. They look a lot better. They're gonna wash them out. They all need it. I mean, that freaking chicken dust and all the dust out here from all the people driving around and stuff, it's pretty bad. So that's what we got. Okay, so we got everything cleaned up over there. Everything's looking good. Like, I only can imagine that's what this one over here probably looked like. So what we did on this one, because it was tripping high head pressure, I first thought it was doing it off the transducer. It ended up being the pressure switch here. You can see I chopped that off, put a waggle on it for now. It'll be fine until we get back. I'm gonna order 2 of them, one for that and one for stock here at the farm. Otherwise, everything else seems to be working pretty good. And time to wrap it up. Tomorrow's 4th of July. I'm ready to be off. This This week sucked for us because it was hot, but humidity here feels like 100 according to the heat index and all that happy stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Just bigger, same principle, same everything. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Hey, ain't subscribed yet? How about doing that? Hit a like button too, possibly. And don't forget, tell your grandma about it. Later.